As part of the Kumu overview series, I'd like to spend a few minutes and talk about the search feature within Kumu. If you're looking for an element on your map or within your project that you need to reference or update for some reason, that's relatively straightforward if there are only a few elements on your map and if your project only contains one map. Though if your map contains hundreds of elements or your project contains dozens of maps, such as the Systems KeLE project, if you look, there are actually quite a few maps as part of this project. Kumu gives you the ability to search a map or to search all maps. So the search facility, if I come up here and click and begin to type, what you'll see is that it actually does a multi-element search. So I know that I have several menu options left and upper here. So if I search for options, then I get the 3 menu options. And if I say U, then I just get the upper ones. And if I say R, then I just get the right one. So it's actually searching the beginning of multiple terms simultaneously. And you can then select it and it will take you to that item. You can also, if you're doing this, if I said menu, and I actually wanted to look at all 3 of these, I could just hold down the Shift key and hit Enter, and what it does is it essentially does what's called a focus on those 3 elements. So I can look at this one, and this one without having to go back and do a search again. And if I'm done reviewing the items that I searched for, I can go back here and clear the focus and it will take me back to the map. So in terms of finding, and when it does that search, it's searching the title, the type, the description, any tags that might exist, and any attributes that might exist. So it's not just searching the title, it's searching the entire content of each one of the elements. Now you can also use this and tell it that you want to search across all maps as opposed to just this map. So if I happen to say perspectives, well, this perspectives element right here appears on every map in Systems KeLE, and it shows me that. In other words, it tells me perspectives is on the perspectives map, on the Kumu overview, the Kumu essentials, the Insight Maker storytelling. If I was searching for, like before, I was searching for menu, it shows me that there are menus in various places. And if I said that I wanted menu alt, well, that term sequence appears on the effective problem-solving map in the ideal alternative. But if I wanted to look at this and I wanted to look at the glossary, if I click on one of these and select it, I end up losing my search list. So if I right-click on it and tell it to open it in a new tab, I get that particular entity opened so I can look at it. And when I'm done looking at it, I can go back here and right-click on the other one and tell it to open that in a new tab. So I can find multiple items across multiple maps and walk through them one at a time as I need to without actually losing the search results list, which I think is really powerful. It's not possible to create a clustering of them the way that it does for the elements on a single map because they're actually distributed across multiple maps. Now, the other feature of search is you can do a very, what did I do now? Hold on. Let me reload this. You can also do a search using what's called the build selector so that you can say, I'm looking for the label contains M-E-N, can't spell, M-E-N. So it says all of these elements contain that. and where the description contains and. That's probably there. It says there's one element that matches this criteria, and if I use the selector, it will find that one element that contains the result of that selector. Now, so the selector is a very powerful feature in terms of allowing you to be extremely selective about what aspects of the profile content you're actually searching, as opposed to the other two searches, which search all of the content that exists on the profile pages. The build selector allows you to specify which aspects of the content that you want to search. So the search feature is really powerful. There's one aspect of it that I ran across that I thought was a little flaky, and I talked to the developers, and they explained to me what the problem is, and I just want to show it to you in case you run into it. If I type M for menu, and I get all these options, if I type E, I don't get any options. Whereas one would think that I should get all of the menu options. But if I continue to type, the menu options come back. The reason for that is that there's a search stop list built into Kumu, which has a whole list of terms that it tells the search to stop after it finds that term. And me is one of the stop list terms. So if you are looking for something and you find it, you find a list, and then you type some more and it begins to go away, just keep typing, because it's probably run into a, it or me or the or and or something like that from the stop words list. So that's a short overview of the search function within Kumu, and I'll provide a link to the Kumu overview module in the notes section of this video. I'll see you in another video soon. Bye.